Good morning, Turtle Club, and hope you all are having a great Friday morning today. This is Fortnite Fridays, where we explore the game that is Fortnite Save the World. My favorite of the two modes of Fortnite. Well, three modes, I guess, right? There's the creative mode as well. I've messed around with the creative a little bit this last week, and it, it's neat. It's neat. It's like Fortnite Minecraft, but not as complicated. Yeah, I think that's where I get bored. Is I like the creativity aspect of some games, but creative mode is weirdly limiting the creativeness. I wanted to make, for instance, a whole entire zone that had an underground maze kind of feel, and by the time I got done texturing just the palette on the ground, I was down like 20% of my allotted storage, which didn't give me a whole lot of room for anything else. If you think about it, right, just the flat ground is 20%, then I'm clearly going to go like 80-90% over with the rest of what I'm imagining. But yeah, so of all the three modes of Fortnite, Battle Royale, Creative, and Save the World, Save the World's my favorite, so that's why we play it on Fridays. Today, we're going to talk about the grind. Fortnite, much like any other survival crafting game, or survival game even, there's a grind to it. There's a element where you have to do, I don't want to say boring, but you do need to do some repetitive type stuff. And on the official Fortnite Discord, there was a user there that was kind of complaining that there was repetitiveness, and I get that. You know, no one wants to do the same thing over and over and over again, right? Not for shiny and new entertainment, but with Fortnite, they've made the game really easy for the grind, and this is a good time to get some stuff together for that. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of discuss what we'll be grinding for. There are two things right now that I personally, Max Synchro, am needing to kind of replenish. One of them I've artificially caused. I mean, you can tell I've got some crafting materials here, but my backpack, I've taken all of my wood, all of my metal, and all of my brick out because we want to highlight how efficient this is going to be. The other thing that we need, and we go to resources, you can see I have very little of it, is drops of rain. Now, drops of rain are important. You may be asking why. They're used to upgrade everything. So we'll go to the survivor squads here, and you'll see that we have all of these survivors, and we've discussed a little bit on the squads, and we are going to do a video, separate upload video of how all these squads work. But recently I acquired a legendary survivor lead of the scout party variety, which is great because it means I can up my overall power level, which is unfortunate though because it takes drops of rain. So like we'll go here, we've leveled this thing up to 58, 2-star 58. Hey, Bull James, how's it going, man? And when we go to evolve, you'll see it takes 20 drops of rain. It takes lightning in the bottle, and we know we're going to have to grind for that eventually in our life, but we still have 191 of it, and it's only taking very minimal amount. So we're going to evolve. And when we evolve her, all it does is it gives us a teeny bit of power level. See that? We went just a little sliver. But we're going to go ahead and level her up. And when we level her up, look at that. Leveling her up gives us a full bubble in power level. And that's the reason why we're going to need these drops of rain, because we have this power level 76, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these characters we can actually fully evolve and level up. And that's going to get us so much more. Like when we go to upgrade and inspect, you can see until we complete some Candy Valley stuff, we can't evolve that. I'm doing pretty good, Bull James. I'm doing pretty good. Sorry, I got a little bit on a spiel there, but playing one of my favorite games again, yeah, Fortnite Save the World, and we're going to be grinding for those base materials for like a level, maybe 2. And we're going to be grinding for drops of rain as well. Now, for the base materials, oh, I'm glad, man. It's been a week. It's been a week. You know, us that are in the United States, we've been having, we had our election, November 3rd on Tuesday. And our election, we are still tabulating the results. Usually it's not a super close race, but this year it was. So whereas, somebody wins by, 20%, in some cases in the past, this year it's not callable yet. So we are seeing some counting still going on that. So that's been a little, for people that want to know how their day is going to be every day, right? Knowing who's in charge of your country plays a bit of that. And so it's been a little anxious in the turtle home. So yeah, other than that though, it's been great. It's been great. It's got some games in, did some work stuff this week. Digrat and I don't really have any plans this weekend yet that I'm aware of, but that could all change. So back to the grind, guys. When you're grinding base materials, there's nothing wrong with going to public, in my opinion. So we're going to go public. And going into Stonewood. I mean, baby's own Stonewood, right? There are so many different areas that we could go into in Stonewood, because we're just going to go around doing the objective and just getting materials. So the easiest way to do that, of course, would be to go into resupply. In resupply, real simple. Actually, before we go in there, we should show off the build we have. Getting ahead of myself. We could probably discuss the build though in the next 2 minutes. So we're gonna go hero loadout, and we're gonna go over to our farming build, which is build number 4. So we're using Cassie Clip Lipman. High caliber harvest gives her additional ingredients 100% of the time when you use anti-material charge, and you'll see us doing that a lot. That's the alternate attack with the pickaxe. We're going to use phase forward because we want to be able to move from item to item to harvest. We're using work so we can actually take things out quicker with our pickaxe. In some cases it'll take like 4 hits for a tree, 3 hits for a tree. This will bring it down to like 2 or 3. Fleet, because we really do enjoy the extra movement speed. These two are because we're using blast from the past. We want that so our energy is always ticking up, because if we have a cooldown available for phase shift, we still want to be able to boost ourselves with phase shift. Saurian Instinct, this is a floater point. I could take this and replace this with any of the dinosaurs really, and it wouldn't be any kind of difference. It's just, I've thought of Saurian Hide, but it's just like I don't want to be spending things to heal, number 1. And number 2, because I'm teleporting around a lot, it's good to have that little mini adrenaline kind of boost. Looks like we got some people partying in, so let's go ahead and just go back to map and say launch. Resupply, of course, is a pretty simple mission. The fact that this one gives 9 drops of rain, that's almost half of an evolution for us. So that's ideal as well. This is double dipping, right? But you'll see here, the Cassie character is
get out there and grab what you need and smash what you want.
Pretty good for a lot of stuff. We're gonna wait to see what we need for the resupply. Alright, so vehicles, rocks, crates. Alright, so
but watch out, the storm's closing in. You'll take damage in the storm, so stay moving and watch your map.
So for this mission, speed is kind of part of the name of the game. You see we have no materials. So, bam, right here. We've already got some materials coming in. We're getting those rough ores. We're getting those other things. We would be getting them one way or another. But this way, we're already up to 50. And I mean, this is what we're doing here. Like I said, 3 hits, 2 hits. This is what we're trying to do, is we're trying to be efficient. And we're trying to just brutally go through like a ripsaw on all these things. And anytime we have anti-material charge up, we're going to use it, because the extra bonus items is going to be a big deal for us. And, you know, being in public in these missions is not the worst thing, because 99% of the time, the people that you're with, they're going to do something to harvest stuff anyways. We're a big proponent for playing with your friends or playing in a solo mission if you have things you need to accomplish when you got stuff to do, right? But that's because that usually the bulk of people in the world aren't going to think like you. They're not going to have the same decision pathing as you have, and so that's going to cause some strife and some complications in a lot of missions. However, should be noted, look, we already got vehicles done. We've already got the search anything kind of going. We have the rocks finished, so now we're just on supply crates. But so when you're in a public zone, you get some complications, you get some problems. But in this particular type of mission, people are going to be doing what they normally do anyways. They're going to be running around, they're going to be looting stuff, they're going to be destroying things. So arguably, if you're going to have people that you're wanting to depend upon to do what they usually do, then you're going to get good at this. You're going to get some good results on this. See, look, we already have all of the supply crates done, and we didn't do all 15 of the supply crates. We had other people doing that. This is why we also do the anti-material charge, because look at these vehicles. We just punch them and they gingerly float into pieces. And we also, look, work. If I would have targeted that right, that would have been a 3-hit car. We're going to set down our teddy bear to babysit this encampment. Looting the stuff is kind of the only thing that really becomes problematic, because you have to find things to loot. Us being an outlander gives us the ability to find things to loot, because we can see where those are. Teddy bear didn't do a good job babysitting that. Interesting. So maybe we'll flex into our ability damage. I don't know. Alright. We came in here with 0. We're already up to like a stack of 500 on most of our materials. Metal is kind of lagging behind, because metal's always lagging behind. This counts as a search anything, and you know, again, the Outlander any Outlander gets this ability is going to let you see roughly where things are in level for looting reasons that are above trash tier. That doesn't mean that you just have to loot the good stuff, but when you are looking for things to loot and you are seeing a storm closing in on you, it's never a bad thing to just have the ability to just see some things that are potentially worth looting. So again, we're using that teleport, that phase shift, mainly so we can get around. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. We've already just ripped through like 4 cars. There's the 5th one. So again, it's all about being speedy on this. It's all about spending the least amount of time, the least amount of effort to get the stuff we're wanting. And we came here specifically for loot. And you'll notice we're getting pretty good at finding the loots. Now, we're not coming in here for the fabled fat loots, right? I mean, we're in a baby zone. We're in a lobby zone, however you want to call it. We're in a zone that we're clearly overpowered for. And so, for the most part, we're not going to be doing any of the bonus stuff, because that would be rude to take some of these people's, lower end stuff that would be bonuses, things that would be really good for them. And I don't feel like looting advanced crafting materials is a problem. But if there's like a target practice or anything along those lines that would get them real good single items, or potential schematics or loot caches or anything like that, we're not going to be taking that away. So we need to loot 2 more things and we'll be done with the looting. So that's mission done. So now all we're basically doing at this point is we're harvesting everything with our pickaxe. And this is a 10-minute mission. We spent 6 minutes doing the thing that the game wanted us to do. And now we're going to come in here and basically do exactly what we wanted to do. And we're looting some of these lootables because why not? But we are doing our anti-material charge. One thing I did want to show and completely spaced on, so apologies to the club, is if you pop this down, this is the supply drop. That's a search activation. So if you come in here, and I just want to throw this out there, if you're grouping with friends, okay, if you come in here with 4 Outlanders, and those 4 Outlanders have the supply drop can be activated 3 times in a mission. Oh no, sorry, 2 times in a mission. And the 2 times that you activate in the mission, you basically get credit for it. So that's right off the top 8 searches that you don't have to worry about. And that's only if you're concerned about it. Like some zones, and I'm looking at Canny Valley, specifically Canny Valley, and to a lesser extent Hexylvania. Hey Zmei, I'm doing pretty good. So some zones like Canny Valley, Hexylvania, the number of things that you can find to loot is less than stellar. Way less than stellar. And that becomes problematic. So if you're needing to actually find stuff to loot, you're going to absolutely want to make sure you got some way to fix that. I thought I heard a chest, but maybe not.
2 minutes left. Keep an eye on your objectives. Smash it, grab it, and get ready.
But yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Zmei. Thank you for asking. Hope your day's going good too. Alright, so we're just kind of chilling in the storm for a second so we can show you guys part of the rest of this build that we did. So you'll notice we right click and we just have nothing really good happen. We're able to crash some stuff, but we're slowly just getting drained. But we can phase shift, phase shift, phase shift, and we get a considerable amount of hit points back. That's 20% is how much we actually retained on clicking like that. So, and that's the exact same amount that we would have healed for 1 usage if that was our main hero. So if you weren't really wanting to, if you were thinking you were going to have to explore the zone in a sort of storm area type situation, then you would absolutely want to possibly juggle those around. Like, look, all we're doing is zipping around like we have been, and we're already almost up to full health. And one of the reasons why I want to point that out is because in these particular zones, oh, here we go, another reason why for using the Outlander. So llamas, right? And double llamas? Oh, we'll do that. So if you think you're going to be out in the storm for a bit, then there's all number of reasons for you to be able to heal.
Bonus challenge success.
Everybody's going to beat up on the llama for a bit. And again, the great thing about this particular mission is the odds of people in public not giving their 110% is pretty minimal. I mean, you're going to beat on stuff, you're going to harvest things, you're going to search things. At the very bare minimum, you're going to do something at some point to advance this mission, unless you're specifically trying to ruin somebody's day. Now, there are people that do that. I am not naive. Well, I am not as naive as I used to be, I guess I should say. So yeah, that could happen. Some people just like to watch the world burn, right? But, you know, we went in there with 0 materials. We came out with like 1,000 for the most part of each of them. Not bad, right? running around, having to do specific things, not being super focused, that less than ideal. So that's absolutely one of the ways that you can do one of these missions if you're wanting to harvest all this stuff and get all these things. Now, the other way to harvest, and it's really weird, and it's one thing I'd like to show, and we're going to go here. We're going to change ourselves to private. And Outlander is really good, and the thing that I want to stress about the Outlander, what she is super good about, is we got some. There's a rain that we were hoping for. Cool. Is in the backpack under the crafting resources, we were getting all sorts of secondary crafting items. Like that whole mission, we acquired probably 200, give or take, nuts and bolts. We probably got this whole 180, maybe a little less, of the rough for. This kind of stuff is where Clip really shines. And if you're needing that kind of stuff or constructing things beyond the norm, that's absolutely what I recommend. But if you are just needing the base materials, recycling is a base ability. It is an ability that you get just for being a constructor, or having a constructor. Yeah, I mean, just the first constructor you get it. It's a team thing. It's very easy to get perk. So we're gonna go into Stonewood. We're on private. We're gonna go to this level 3 zone, and I'm gonna show you guys the most ridiculous way to harvest these things. And when you see it, you're gonna go, "Oh, what?" But this is the way it works. And we are looking for the most efficient way to farm a particular material. I use a lot of brick. Brick is a real nice middle ground. It doesn't really take a lot to get. You can find it in just about every single zone. You can find it plentifully in every single zone. If it's a city zone, you go for the buildings. If it's a forest zone, you go for all the rocks that are everywhere. So brick is, pretty easy to get. It's one of the reasons why I use it. Metal, on the other hand, I build all my storm shields out of, because metal is sturdier. It's got more hit points. It is easier to let it defend itself. So we're going to show you here one of the easiest ways to harvest metal. And we went into a storm shield defense. For this to work, you have to do one of two things. You have to either A, have a good AFK base, which we don't. We don't have an AFK base built yet. B, you need to be in a zone that has no time limit that is always ticking away. Now, that's not to say you don't have a time limit. In this particular zone, there is always a time limit. Oh, what do we have here? We have an exclamation point. Oh, we probably have a teddy bear. We have a daily quest to kill teddy bears. Yep. Boom. We will assassinate the teddy bear. Alright. So, we're starting off with 1,300 metal.
Target located.
There's the target.
Drop the atlas
Makes
on
the
the
life
target when
makes
you're
life a
ready.
lot easier when you actually have this part. But we're gonna place this because we get
Bonus challenge
that
is now
reminded to
available.
us. But we're gonna clear this out. We normally
Nice
would be
work.
making us a base at this
Add
point.
blue glow to the atlas.
But we're here to harvest.
Open
We're
mission
here to
control when
harvest.
you're
We're here
ready
to
to
get
begin.
wood. We're here to get brick. We're here to get metal. Metal, as we mentioned, is not the easiest thing to find. It's not the easiest thing to get. So we're going to make our metal come to us. And the way we're going to do this is going to be really weird. I know. Just bear with me here. you may notice I'm spinning metal. And I know everybody out there is like, wait a second, Mag, you said you're here to farm metal. What's going on? And all will be revealed soon, Turtle Club. And it's all because of that perk I showed you guys, that recycling perk.
Help!
Alright, and we do this. We're placing this here. We're placing this on top of that. Because what we're doing now is we're building this very, very inefficient, very... And I'm building this to basically show you how much material we get back, and to showing you how much we are burning on this. We came in here with, you know, almost, not quite, you know, pretty shy of 2,000 metal. And we got this thing down as soon as we got up to this next level.
Over here!
Alright. And so you may notice that our base ability is everywhere on this thing. That's the way we want to see it. We want to see it like that. And it should be right there on that top level still. Okay, excellent. So our base has a normal range. We are using the mega base, but this is going to be just the normal range base. If you want to compare, you could basically get another level out of this if you were to use, like, say, mega base. And the basic cost for all these tiles is 10 metal. And each little zone is 9 of something. So it's either like 9 ceiling tiles, 9 floor tiles, 9 of the wall tiles. So this is basically 9 by 9 by 9 by 9 by 9 by 9. So right there's 54 metal, so that's 540 metal. And then in the middle, we have also 9 this way, and 9 this way. And then we have 9 this way, and 9 this way, which is 360 metal, right? So we're again, about 1,500 metal for all this. So next, what we're going to do is show you how you actually farm materials out of this. That's the wrong way. And secondary wrong way. I know there's a way to do this. We'll just do it this way. So you go up here and look, we've just been talking for a little bit, right? We got 107 metal. That's it. 107 metal. We're already up at this point. And this thing's just going to keep ticking away and getting us metal. And the way it is, every 60 seconds, it's going to tick. And that's the tick in most RPG games, right? Have a tick. Every so often, boom, you get a tick, and then things happen. Like a tick happens, and then dot damage occurs, right? Or a tick happens, and after that tick occurs, oh, we forgot the doors here, or the walls here. All right. That's why I didn't come up to the exact math I thought it was going to be. Like 44 metal. So what we're getting here is roughly every tick, every minute, this thing is harvesting 50 metal for us. That would go up if we actually talk to this guy to make him shut up. That would actually go up if we put more materials into it. But this is going to basically AFK farm our metal for us as we go through the rest of the zone and farm all of the materials that we'd want to farm. Like, say, wood. And whereas we were running through like a chicken with our head cut off earlier, what we're doing now is we are efficiently going through and just raising buildings. And again, if you're going through with Cassie and you're going for the secondary items, that build, that high resource build, makes a lot of sense. If you're doing quests and you are looking specifically for certain quest items and you're not going to really have enough time to be really, you know, going through and farming materials, then maybe you don't have to, you know, worry about it. Maybe all you do is you oh, I guess he's gone. Yeah, he got obliterated. Okay. And see, we're not even going to like search half of these things. All we're doing is just raw materials. And we know we came in here with like 1,500. We're going to see what we leave here on several things. But the metal is going to be the most interesting part. Because what we're going to be doing in a few seconds is we actually are going to have to do the build. The build doesn't take that much. It's real super easy. Especially with the way that we're going to be doing it in this particular zone. Because this is a level 3 zone. Nothing really has much to offer as far as loot, as far as defense, as far as fighting back. All of that is, I mean, if you look at our loadout here and then you look at our stats, we are basically a power level 16 basically in a level 3 zone. So we could completely defend this Atlas if we needed to with just 8 tiles and 4 traps would be my thoughts. And again, the one thing that we really want to stress about this particular method of farming is it's not hard. It's super easy. We're simply using game mechanics the way they have been written. We're not abusing them, we're just using them. We built our little base nearby the other base. The only thing that we do regret, of course, is that when you destroy the other bases, you don't have any way to get any of those materials back, which is what the recycling perk is supposed to help with. You'll notice any floor tile we destroy here, any wall tile we get here is giving us a minimum of 10 material, whereas trees can give far less and stones can give far less. Another reason why we want to be always trying to do base material harvests by not destroying local flora and fauna, but by actually destroying walls. If we had work in this perk build out, we would actually be getting these through these faster. And we know that the defense for this little stone shield or storm shield atlas this is going to be like a 4-minute defense at best. So spend less than a wall's worth of material to get out of the hole. And we're going to be basically farming up to 2,000 number on the materials. That's a good hard line to hit. And even though we're not, we're wanting to show you guys on the metal side, we definitely want to know where we're at. Alright, let's just hit the bricks. And fortunately, there's a real good spot. Hey, Shadow. There's a real good spot to kind of just carve through here, farming materials. And remember, we were using Clip. We were running through. We were doing a mission. We were doing a mission that was built for harvesting materials. Now, Clip again is 99% needed for the sub-materials, like this sticky resin, this rough ore, running through anti-material charging stuff, and just zipping around. And it does impress upon you a need to absolutely focus on that mission and make sure that you do something with it, because you don't want to be a blight on the people that you're playing with. Meanwhile, this particular farming build that we're doing with right now isn't really a farming build. It's a mission-based constructor. That's it. Which has a perk that happens to be able to be purposed into farming. Here's a brick house. Which, let me tell you, when you're trying to harvest a brick, finding a brick house is mighty fine. If you're trying to get through a zone as quickly as possible, brick may not be the best thing to come across. But here's not too bad. And if you're manually getting metal, right? The manual metal, you definitely want to be in these kitchens, in these areas that have stuff like that. That's kind of where you want to be at. Meanwhile, these houses do give pretty good overall materials. just about done with the brick. Wood, not so much. This is just Fortnite Minecraft. At this stage for farming, yeah, it absolutely is basically Fortnite Minecraft. The slight difference is the mission-based objective. But yeah, you kind of get into a zen of it. You kind of get into a feel of it. And, you know, I don't know, if Steve could, like, drop a teddy bear on the ground that would attack people, maybe I'd be more interested in Minecraft, but... Okay, let's see, here's a brick pizzeria, which should get us to the 2,000 brick we're looking for. Now, ideally, though, and this is where the world begins to kind of shine a little bit better, right? Is that box that I just built? You could AFK in this zone. Not to say fully AFK, but sit in the zone, chill, move around, go through Reddit while destroying things, talk to people on Discord while destroying things, right? Not putting in super focus on anything. And get the materials you're hoping to get for missions. It's just the way it would work. But this is like I said, this is just a little small low zone, and we're not going to have to worry about anything really as far as defenses go on this base. And we're going to go a little bit past the 2,000 mark because we are going to need some materials for the base itself. But outside of that, we'll be fine. And again, we're not really farming the metal, we're just kind of bashing it as we come across it, mainly for the lulls with the mechanical parts. So there's that, and you see there's all this other part of this base, this whole zone that we've not discovered. And we need teddy bears for our daily quests, so we're like, alright, we're here, we're farming some stuff, we've got the whole zone to ourselves, so if we don't find all the teddy bears that we need, that's our own fault. Speaking of teddy bears, let's double check. Yeah, we need teddy bears, we need transformers. I doubt we're going to find any here, but we need one more teddy bear. Now, if we were in public for this, just to throw this out there, somebody in the group would have already been bored of me going around hitting things. They would have started the mission. They would have used their own materials, granted, because I wouldn't have built their base. Not until I'm ready to build the base and defend it. But that's not really what we want to do. We want to get the materials we need. And so we need, for brick, we just need like 110 over, which should probably get here. Maybe not. Oh, we're so close. So close. Is there any more brick just laying around? There's not. Wow, that's funny. Not in a good way. There we go. There's some brick. Now that'll put us to where we need what we need for the base build. Trees, there's a couple here. It doesn't look like we're gonna get anywhere with the teddy bear thing. Maybe we will. Just maybe we'll get some teddy bear stuff. Just maybe. It looks like this just breaks down into complete forestation over here.
A little help?
Alright, so we got all of the wood to get us to that 2,000 mark, all the metal to get us to that 2,000 mark. So we're just going to zip around the zone a little bit. Mainly for exploration bonus, because we want to try to get... Exploration bonus is like the easiest bonus to get. Doesn't require any ammunition, doesn't require any building materials. All it requires is you to just leave everybody alone as you zip around the map. While you're exploring for exploration bonus, you can also do yourself a solid. Oh, I don't think that's a transformer, but... Oh, it's not. But you can do yourself a solid and pick up any blue glow you find along the way to get your 2 that you need to start the mission. That's definitely a transformer. Interesting that it's not giving us the credit for our daily quest. I think daily quests might be bugged a little here lately, or questing in general. Alright, back on the hoverboard. Gotta find Optimus Prime. Yes, yes. The Transformers are absolutely more than meets the eye in this zone. If we find them, we get credit. If we don't, we don't. Alright. So I think it's pretty safe to say at this point, having gone through a lot of the zone stuff, that we're looking at maybe this house here that used to house a wealthier family in it at one point. Maybe there's a teddy bear or 2 in here. Or maybe they knew that the apocalypse was upon them, and so they had time to like take everything. Goodness. Well, not everything. They left some of the books and some bullets. All right. Wow. I thought for certain there would be a teddy bear in here. There usually is in this particular build. Huh. Alright, so no teddy bears. We've explored basically everywhere that there could be a building on the map. We have harvested our 2,000, which is normally what you get for your first backpack limits. 2,000 is your cap. That cap goes up by 1,000 every time you go to a new zone. So that's kind of where we're stopping for that. We're gonna go over here and check our little metal sorter for us. Look at that, 855 metal. For doing nothing. For doing nothing. So if we were not concerned with getting bonuses and that kind of stuff, which we're not really, we could stay in this zone until we get to like the 10-minute warning timer. And there would be like nothing we'd have to worry about. And just to point out, as this thing is churning away, this 9x9 tile, right? As this thing is ticking away, as we are getting materials from it, we could add other things. Let's say you didn't need to harvest metal. You really need to harvest wood. Another tick, another 45. Then you could simply change that to where it's metal and no longer metal but brick or wood, or maybe a mix of all three. Same build, same way it lays out. Now, the important thing to note, though, and one thing that we just want to point out here, is that as this thing is ticking away, and we're just going to do this here just to show, because you see it's giving us 45 metal. We're going to go and get our 45 metal again. And we're going to wait for it to tick. We just upgraded this thing, so instead of spending 10 points of metal for each thing, we spent 60 for this. There it goes, ticking again. I heard it. But that's just the animation tick. Okay. We're going to build our traps we need for this base build while we're waiting for this. We're going to let that tick for a second. So we, maybe. Nope. Okay. Here's this. So for this base build, we're going to go brick. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to rotate. Actually, we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is the basic defense for this. Floor launcher, floor launcher, floor launcher, floor launcher. If you want to be a little bit fancy, or if you're not 100% confident in this. I mean, look at this thing. It's super exposed. Oh my god, Mag. Why would you build something that's that super exposed? You can do this and that, and just to help you sleep at night, do this. And that's the base build. That is all we're going to do for this thing's defense. Now, gadget-wise, we've got the turret because we like the turret. You could put anything in that slot, though. That's a flux slot. But this is what we're wanting to show here. We got 94 metal. Now, think about this for a second, though, right? 94 metal. That's not 2 groups of 45. That's 2 groups of 47. Hey, Nathaniel Paul. How's it going, man? 45 went up to 47. That means that it's based upon the tiering of the metal. So for every tick, for 1 piece of tier 1 material, you get 1 piece. For every piece of tier 2 material, you get 2 pieces. Every piece of tier 3, you get 3 pieces. That means you're basically getting a refund on what you're building. And it's got some diminishing returns. You remember... Oh, yeah. Stormy, right? I want to say that's who your mom was. But my brain doesn't track everything as good as it used to be. But so as far as materials go, it doesn't... Rainstorm, that's who it was. I knew Storm was in there somewhere, or Rain was in there somewhere. But yeah, Rainstorm Z, yeah. So if you look at the materials here, right, getting 1 for 10 is good. If you're looking at getting 3 for 60, I view that as bad. Tier 3ing it is okay if you don't have a lot of space. Like if you're trying to be compact. Like we could probably change this from a 9x9 into a 4x4 in tier 3 at all, and we would get the same kind of materials for a lot less space. But the board cube for farming gets us a pretty good amount of materials for metal, and we've done very, very, very minimal farming, and we have managed to get almost 2,000 out of this. The next time we loot this, there's 47 right there at 2,000. So that's you know what I wanted to show here was that. So now that we've kind of shown that off and you guys can see what that is, the last thing we need to do is we're going to use just a little bit of wood, because we always use wood for travels. We're going to put down our base here. It's no longer going to get us metal from this, which is the only sad thing about this. But because we are using a base build, it's going to let us super defend over here and not have to worry about much of anything, like at all. So open mission control, start objective, start the one.
That's enough blue glow.
And realistically,
You got this,
we're just going to sit here and this thing will defend itself. Oh, wow. So you moved to North Carolina. That's cool. Florida to North Carolina is quite a change. And yeah, COVID's been really different for a lot of people. The last little bit we want to do here, because we're using our self-healing base build, is we're going to drop in the middle here this banner, which is going to boost the actual hit points of all this. And I don't even think that we wind up with any kind of ranged type husks in this attack. So yeah, full virtual for school. Yeah, a lot of places went full virtual for school. And this is kind of a base build we've shown off before with our perks, being that it repairs automatically. And it should repair automatically in a few seconds. There it goes. And so you guys can kind of see where we're going with all that. So what I'm going to do though is we're just going to mop this up, because we just wanted to prove, you know, that this base is going to be able to do itself justice. And if we were to make like tier 3 and add some other things to it, it would so be just a much more strong build. We're going to stream just for about another hour. So we may still be here, we may not. But the important thing about this build is it's very minimalist. It is doing what's called a reset. So every time these guys try to hit this wall, they can do a little bit of damage, and then they get thrown away. So for them to be able to do any kind of long-term damage to this, I mean, this has already healed itself all the way. So what we ideally would do is we would go over here, we let these guys come over after the base, we let them beat up on the wall for a bit, and then we would blow them up. And these guys, realistically, they're just stragglers. We don't have to worry about them at all. Let's see, there they go. They're doing just a little bit of damage, just a little bit of damage, knocked away. Just a little bit of damage, knocked away. They're not doing any damage to the floor. All the damage is going to the wall. And so once they group up enough to where we're slightly concerned and we need to give our poor little wall a rest, we'll just come over here, got them all grouped up, destroy them all, give our wall a little bit of time to to replenish. We could tier 3 this. It would be much, much better. It'd be much, much easier. But it's not really needed. If you're worried about ammo, you can go through and do a repair and then tier it up. Because I know some people are really concerned about ammo. Matter of fact, that might be the reason why you're in here farming materials, is so you can actually create ammo. So in that case, it just takes 40 extra just to do the little bit that I've done here. And you'll see that when we've gone ahead and upgraded it. We've upgraded the one wall. See, it's 10,050 or 1,050. Do the same thing here. And now it's going to be really easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't know what I've upgraded, but how we're upgrading this. There we go. The one thing to note about when you upgrade things, the husks will be enticed to fight other things. Because it'll be easier for them to destroy the other things. We get rid of this group, they're possibly not going to path that far. They're going to path away. These guys are doing the same amount of damage that they have been the whole entire time, but because our healing perk is based upon percentage and not damage, it's going to actually begin to out-heal their damage. So if you're not wanting to do the active defending that you've seen me do on these for this little mini build here, I really recommend you upgrade it to tier 3. And once you tier 3 or tier 2 in some cases, the materials, it'll be far out past what they can even do. That trap has finally met the end of its ammo, or its durability, basically. These things are going to try their best to really damage this thing, and we don't have it on tier 3, so let's go ahead and get this to tier 3. Alright, upgrade. Hi guys. Now it's tier 3. It's actually going to, over time, out-heal what they're damaging.
Seconds left to go.
And that's all there is to this particular kind of mission, guys. The other thing I want to point out is we can collect stone underneath that. We just collected 40. Again, I mean, itty bitty base. So we're not going to be able to loot much off of it. These guys, they look like they're doing a little bit more than what I care for them to do. So we're going to clear them off.
Bonus challenge.
Not sure why they didn't heal like they should have. Yeah, super easy base build. We didn't have lobbers. We thought we might have lobbers, so we put the little anti-air traps on it. We didn't even need those. We didn't even know the ceiling tiles. You know, that was what I wanted to show. So we went in 500 of each material except for the metal. We got all of our metal back, plus some. So that's the first little bit of farming. It's those base materials and those bonus materials. And as you can see, we've got a system that we have that works, that allows us to get the materials we need to do some defend the objective bases on a fairly consistent regular basis, and it gives us the ability to explore zones and find quest rewards if needed. Now, the last thing we want to discuss, though, is what we started off with those drops of rain. And drops of rain, one of the things that are important about those is that they can be harvested anywhere. They are not a backpack item, they are a resource item. So the way you want to go for drops of rain, and I don't think we have an example, unfortunately, which makes me a little sad, but in these zones here, any zone really, not just Venture Zone, there is these 4x missions, and when you look at the mission info, you'll see that there's a 4x reward. Now, for like this mission here, mission info, pure drop of rain for Trap the Storm. That's going to take some materials we don't really want to use. So we try, you don't want to farm and then have to refarm. Where did that go? I just saw one that had drops of rain. Nope. That's just a bonus. Look at 36 drops of rain. That's going to give us a level up on a character. 65 drops of rain. That's got a lot of nope on it. I wanna show this up so you guys can take a look at this. Ice Storm, which water elementals, which means that they are going to do extra damage to stone. So you'd have to come in here and burn metal to build any kind of base on this. And that's just not good. That's just not good. You do get the extra lightning in a bottle, Venture XP. That's not a bad mission. That may be one that you'd want to try to attempt on, like, say, public, and hope for the best. Man, I was really hoping that there would be a 4x mission. But unfortunately in that zone there's not. So that's what we're looking for, though, is we're looking for something that has in the defense itself drops the rain. So here's a retrieve the data. And we just did a little bit of farming, right? So we could probably come in here, and we're still on private, right? Okay. And pure drops of rain. Making sure it's the best option. Looks like this one that we're going to be doing, though. Now, we could use something like Fortnite DB to just tell us what the rewards are. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that. So, this Candy Valley 46 drops of rain mission is probably where we're going to be at. We're going to check Plankerton just to be sure, because Plankerton we get a whole lot more options. And you always, if you're going to be doing any kind of just over and over again farming, because that's what this is going to boil down to, is doing the same mission over and over and over again. You want to make sure it's going to be one that's not going to require a whole lot of anything. Here we go. This one's actually pretty good. Destroy the encampments. Drop a rain. So we're going to go and put this on public, because this is one of those that everybody can just go through and just blitz. This is probably where we're going to be farming drops of rain. Now, we want to point out that on this candy mission, right here, 18 drops of rain for about 15-20 minutes of work, plus the pure drop of rain reward, which is going to be like 10 drops of rain. So that's 28 drops of rain one time. One time, 28 drops of rain. So we need... Oh, is there more than one encampment mission that does this? Here we go. 23 versus 28. We're going to do the 28. They have the exact same rewards, but the base is a little bit higher for 28. And this has the added bonus of being an industrial zone, so we can do our daily quest. Now, for this zone, because we're going to be going through and just destroying everything we come across, we are so going to flip over to Fragment Flurry Jess, who is our DPS Outlander. That's the world we live in at this point. Okay, so we come in, we notice that we have no encampments going. We don't even have a clock yet. We just learned Exploration Badge. Do we have... Did we just step into a bugged mission? Oh goodness, I bet this is. I bet this is a bug mission. Wow. Okay, so occasionally that will happen. And this is probably the worst possible time to okay. So there is a bug right now in Fortnite. It's been here for a while. And it's kind of unfortunate. We're not going to be able to complete this mission because somebody accidentally, most likely, got to the first encampment before the game could figure out where the encampments are. And there's a procedure that has to fire off to set everything up like that. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get credit. We're not going to be able to get anything. You can see where all the encampments are because they're dormant. They're not going to ever activate because whatever the first encampment's supposed to be never activated. So, we're just going to leave this mission. That's all we can do. Ideally, when you get a bug mission like that, if you really want to just do mindless farming, that's actually not the worst thing to go do for material farming. If it's bugged, when you leave a mission, you still keep all the materials you have on you. And that zone will stay open as long as people stay in it. Sometimes you can go into a mission like that and there'll be nothing to loot. Nothing on the ground at all. It'll just be totally dead except for player built structures. It's quite impressive to look at. Quite impressive. But for our intents and purposes, very sad. Because all we wanted to do was get some drops of rain. We'll be able to still go in and get the drops of rain. We're just going to have to change tactics. And the problem is, the reason why we also just turned around and left is because you can't complete the mission. You can't get any quest credit. And because we can't get any quest credit, even if we were to find Transformers in that mission, we wouldn't be able to get anything for destroying them. So the way we have to fix this is we have to go from public to friends. And then we have to go to command, heroes, loadout. And we're going to make sure that we have adrenaline rush. We're going to make sure that we have our hover turret and not our drop box. But the last thing that we're going to want to do, just to be on the safe side, because we don't want to basically face plant on stream, is we're going to change over to, what is it? Here we go, Saurian Instinct. which basically is just when we use our abilities we heal, so we get that extra little survivability. So back to Canny Valley, back to, actually it wasn't Canny Valley, it was Plankerton, yeah. Back to Plankerton, back to the industrial zone, and queue this up. And this has no one-time rewards, no super duper cool bonus for playing in the mission, other than just basic hero experience, gold, and drops of rain. We want to show how the scaling works. We're going to go in here 2 times. It's going to take about 40 minutes to show you guys how these work. And we're also going to show you why it is that we wind up farming so much wood. Because wood is super, super important. Once this thing finds us an empty server. Alright. So the build out we've shown many times on here is our teddy bear build. We tweak it every so often based upon what we're going into, what we're walking into. In this case, you know, we did do the tweak to make sure that we're going to be able to stay alive, because we are going to be taking on 9 encampments. We're looking at a rate of 2 minutes per encampment to be able to blitz this. Sniper rifles are great for eliminating dangerous enemies at long range. Usually it is. In the Venture Zone this season, it's not. Yeah, they're not wrong. Normally that's exactly how you want to go about that. Just waiting for it to load. Wow. It is taking a very long time to load. Alright, here we go.
Something weird has been happening in this zone. The husk encampments are going berserk and spawning huge waves of enemies.
So the whole
Whatever's
goal of
happening,
this
we need to stop it from spreading.
is to kill
When you find an active encampment, be ready to
everything in
fight
this
until the end.
encampment, and the next one, and so on and so forth,
We have 20 minutes
as
to
quickly as
neutralize
possible.
the targets. Search the zone and keep an eye out for any encampments that look angrier than usual.
And the way we're going to do that is we're
I'll keep an
looking
eye out
for what we call bug zappers between Digger and I.
That's one. Take it down. Take out
These
the enemies
glowing
to clear
purple
the
beams
encampment.
are absolutely going to be... Oh, wait a second.
One
We
down.
break for
Let's find the
transformers,
next one.
so there's a transformer.
The next encampment might be stronger. Make sure your weapons and ammo are ready to go. There it is. Take out those husks.
And we're not destroying the
Two down.
pinata, we're
Let's find the
just
next one.
getting the shard fragment from
The
it.
encampments are getting stronger. Make sure you're prepared.
So again, we're looking for the bug zapper light. So we're building up, we're looking for the bug zapper, and we're just running for it. Boom. So again, what we said earlier, right, was 2 minutes per encampment. We are starting encampment 3, and we are still within the second minute.
That's one. Take it down.
Shoot, shoot, drop Ted,
Round 3.
and
Fight.
destroy things.
one's looking tough. You can do it. Dormant encampments may become active later.
And
There it is.
same thing. Drop Ted. Shoot a few of these guys.
Keep that
Oops.
streak going.
We went off the edge.
You are not a bear.
This one's going to take 2 teddy bears, but
Pour it
barely.
low. Amazing. Get ready for more, Commander. That's one. Take it down. Get that encampment.
Now we're starting to see storm monsters, mist monsters, what do you want to call them?
Not a bear. You are not a bear. I was a bear.
Occasionally we'll get some bad placement.
You are not a bear.
Search
Alright.
destroyed. Done.
Using phase shift to get around the map as quickly as possible. Super important for how we're trying to do this as quickly as we can. And we have already destroyed 5 encampments. We are now on encampment 6. This is a super encampment.
There it is.
This thing is going to spawn a lot of stuff.
This is the big time. Get ready.
Big nasty things. We're not really too worried about it being the power level we are with the weapons we have. With the perks that we have as well. Matter of fact, our problem here was this guy. Where is the mist monster? There it is. Kill it. These super encampments always spawn mist monsters with the first couple. And then we have a couple of just lots of monsters.
If you keep pushing on, we might clear the zone. Found the next one. Check out your map.
Yep, that's what we're doing. Still is going toward it.
15 minutes to complete the mission.
Using phase shift again to traverse the world as quickly as we can. We still haven't seen any other transformers. Oh, this might be one. Maybe we're done with transformers? Could be. Let's check. Quests. Daily quests. Destroy transformers. We're done with them. Sweet. So we don't even have to worry about the transformers anymore. So just shoot the
Another
encampment
big fight.
and get rid of
Here
here.
we go.
I am a bear.
This particular encampment, super encampment though it is, doesn't look like it's spawning any kind of mist monsters. We're not seeing the credit for it anymore, but that's because we completed the mist monster quest. It was a taker that's spawning in each of these waves. You can look at things. Yep. There's the taker.
They're against the ropes. Keep it up.
So 2 super encampments. There's the next place we want to go to. And
There it is.
destroy this thing.
Here we go. You know what to do.
And just pointing out, Turtle Club, this is me solo, right? This is nobody else. This is no other person playing. This is straight up over, or way over level for the content. We know that. We're here strictly for the reward. We know we can't aim, so we got a little turret guy who does all the aiming for us. Occasionally we get lucky.
You are not there.
Oh, there's the blaster.
Yeah, only one more.
One more encampment mission. So, remember earlier we said that we needed to get these guys 2 minutes. If we did an encampment every 2 minutes, we would be perfectly fine. Now, I want to point out, we're here just for drops of rain, right? We are an Outlander, which means we do get some perks for being able to destroy things fast. With our anti-material charges, which we showed with Clip, right? If we were in this with Clip, we would have, at this point, about 8 minutes to just run roughshod all over the zone. We don't need that.
That's one. Take it down.
We're here for the drops of rain. That is our primary goal. That's our primary focus.
Good luck.
So what we're going to do is we're going to try to beat this mission as fast as we can. We knew that we would be able to do most of these encampment spots before we even had a chance to get our cooldown back for some of our stuff. So we saved all of our cooldowns, saved all of our shards. We're just blitzing these things as quickly as we can. And this should complete this encampment in a few seconds. There we go.
You did it.
So, less time that it took for us to do the resupply mission, far less time than it took for us to get some passive materials on our recycler. We came in for drops of rain. We got all the encampments. We definitely got a badge for combat damage. So that's tier 1 loot going to tier 2 loot. All the encampments destroyed, tier 2 to tier 3. Combat badge. See that combat badge? We hardly got anything for it. So I just wanted to point that out. We did the extra work. We did the extra credit. We didn't do all the extra building. We didn't do all the extra farming. We didn't do all the extra looting. We didn't do all the extra stuff that we could have done. We didn't save survivors. You know, there's a lot of things that we didn't do. So what does that get us? That gets us 10 drops of rain. We got our daily quest, which will get us some... Yeah, who cares? We got some reperk for one of our other quests. We got 10 drops of rain, though. And I wanted to show that. I wanted to show that because... Again, if we go to Canny, do this one-time quest, we're going to be getting like 30 drops of rain. It's going to take us about 15 minutes. And then afterwards, it's just going to be like 10 drops of rain a shot. Maybe 11, maybe 12. I'm trying to remember what the base loot for that is. And so we could do, technically we do this one for 18, then that one for 18, which takes a lot of materials to do both of those. A lot of materials to do both of those. And then that one would be equally frustrating. No, okay. So our best bet for farming, oddly enough, is in Plankerton doing that mission, because we can drill that down faster to where we can go through there and get 10 drops of rain within like 8 minutes. So if you think about that, right? 24 minutes. That's you know, 8 drops of rain, 8 minutes, or 10 drops of rain, 8 minutes. 24 minutes, 30 drops of rain. That's a level up for one of our guys. Ideally, what we really would want is we would want one of these 4 times zones, because when you think about that, right, 4 times the drops of rain, going from 10 to 40. is super impressive. I don't think there's any of these other missions that give us drops of rain. There's one. Look at that. That's a 46. It gives us 23 drops of rain. And that's kind of where you want to be with it, though, is you want to be doing those bonuses if you can avoid it. Oh, there's a quest that we definitely know we can do. Level 19. It's got V-Bucks in it. We'll probably be doing that when Digger wakes up later today. I'm curious. The 23 versus the 28. I gotta go in. I gotta figure that out. I gotta do one run through on this to see how much. Wait, what do we got in the locker? How are these all new? What? What's this? I have no clue how we got new everything. A Smasho lantern? Okay. Like, what's going on with this? Oh, Midas must have released in Fortnite finally. Huh. Interesting. Weird, bit interesting. I do like the Herald's Hammer though. That's kind of interesting. But I actually like the that. All right. So we're gonna abandon for a second because encampment missions, clearly we can do that on public. And potentially even on public increase our time. So we're going to go there. It was really weird seeing all that stuff just added to our... Huh. I'll have to check out Battle Royale maybe some point in the near future. All right, so we're in public. Just want to throw that out there, guys. No one's going into this encampment mission. There's a reason for that, right? There's nothing in it. All it is drops of rain. That's what we're farming for, right? So, same breakneck pace that we're going for.
The Husk encampments are going berserk and spawning huge waves of enemies.
See if we can't beat this a little bit faster.
Whatever's happening, we need to stop it from spreading. When you find an active encampment, be ready to fight until the end. According to my data, we have 20 minutes to neutralize the target. Search the zone and keep an eye out for any encampments that look angrier than usual. I'll keep an eye out from here. That's one. Take it down.
Yeah, take or try to get up.
Take out the enemies to clear the encampment.
Alright.
One down. Let's find the next one.
So we are in a zone that looks like it's going to be slightly problematic for us finding out where the next one is. go.
I don't want to die.
Looks like they're slightly more spread out
Dormant
too.
encampments may become active later. There it is. Take out those husks.
Alright.
2 down. Let's find the next one. The encampments are getting stronger. Make sure you're prepared. That's one. Take it down.
It's possible that they shove dudes down in the holes. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like they have somebody down here. Where are we missing something? We are missing something.
You're done, encampment.
Wow, that was weird. Okay.
Next one's looking tough. You can do it.
Hey, and we have somebody who's joining in right now on the encampment mission. A couple, Epic Sentinel and Dark Shades. And there is potentially a teddy bear in here somewhere, it looks like. Where there was. There's my last teddy bear, so that actually helped.
There it is. Keep that streak going.
I don't know why there is somebody not spawning in.
Keep that streak going.
I'm not sure why we had to reset that. That's silly.
For more, Commander. Found the next one. Check out your map. "15 minutes to complete the mission."
They're attacking me.
Oh, missed that jump. Destroying that.
Destroyed.
Great.
Done.
there's the next one. And the goal is just to get through this as fast as we can. I don't think we're going to get there any... I don't think we're going to do this faster than we did last time. We've had a couple camps bug out on us.
There it is. This is the big time. Get ready.
This is really weird. Really weird.
If you keep pushing on, we might clear the zone.
We're doing alright.
That's one. Take it down. Another big fight. Here we go. They're against the ropes. Keep it up. Found one. Check out your map. Here we go. You know what to do.
And now we have somebody actually in here with us, actually fighting these things a little bit. This ninja, it's always a ninja. As much grief as I give ninjas for being, well, ninjas, when they come in, they're usually more than willing to kill everything. I guess I'll drop the Ted again.
Yeah, only one more.
Alright, and this is the last one. So, basically the thought process here is if we can beat this mission in under 10 minutes, we're doing really, really good. Because the fastest mission you can get otherwise is 10 minutes. But, if we can't, we're still doing okay.
That's one. Take it down.
Just throw that up and throw that up and just spam our shock tower. I might as well destroy this. We got all the NPCs fighting for us.
You did it.
So we did beat that underneath the 10-minute mark.
The zone is clear.
Guess we just go over here and grab the gift,
Good work.
grab the bonus loot.
Let's head home.
Yeah. So that was all the encampments. That was in a 23. That was versus a 28. So we're seeing a difference between leveling, right? We did the same thing here. We got all the encampments destroyed. We leveled up. Hey, so that's great. We're going to get some actual talent points for that. Same chest. So here we go. So again, you know, the name of the game is to try to get as much raindrops as we can. So if we get 10, we'll be happy. We got 11. Hey, that's not bad. So I don't know why we got 11 for that mission versus 10 on the other mission. Something went bad. We have upgrade points to spend. We will do that. We will also, anytime I notice this blue bar has some actual void past it, I will go in and spin boosts. So boost, I have quite a few. There, so I no longer see the next bar. Just a habit that I have. I don't know if it's worth anything or does anything good for us. But now we heals a buddy. Yeah, we'll upgrade. Maxed out that level. Sweet. Alright, we can see if there's anything else we actually want to upgrade that we can upgrade. And there really isn't. Okay, cool. These gadgets we don't use at all. I'm sure we'll need to use them later on in the game, so we'll probably level those up. I'm really wanting to get this leveled up. 330-second cooldown, which is a lot. But to give us the traps and ammo would be so much better than what we're dealing with right now. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at our... Well, I guess we can take a look at our research. Oh, we're so close to being able to do the research point up. Alright, so armory, resources. Drops to rain. We're at 30. We're at 76 power. So we're going to go command, survivors, squads. And one thing to mention, Turtle Club, the squads you want to manually do. And we'll go over that when we get a little bit of a video going on. But we're going to evolve this manual here. Drops to rain. All she needs is wait, back out. Hold the phone. Evolve. Alright, so we're going to get the first evolution. Bam. We're going to level up. Bam. And we're going to evolve her again. And we're going to level her up again. And look, all we did is we almost went up a full power level for that. And that's why the drops of rain are so important. Now, another thing you can do to get drops of rain once a week is in the item shop, you can actually just straight up buy them. Where's the gold? 50 gold for every 10. So those of you that are able to do real fast math realize that's 500 gold for 100. You only get up to 10 of these. 100 will get you basically 2 survivors leveled up to that mid-tier level that we're aiming for. Ideally, once we get everything dropped to rain where we want it, we'll start buying up on these other items. We should probably be, buying storm shards because there's like only 1 per week we can get. But that's something for us to worry about farming later.
Yeah, don't tell me what's inside. I've got nothing.
Not too worried about the llamas there. Items, okay. Well, Turtle Club, this has been Fortnite Friday. We don't really have enough time to do anything productive for the next 10 minutes. So we'll be calling it here. We are going to go over, as far as like active content. One thing I do want to go over is kind of talk about this really fun loadout I've been doing here. Hey, Frosty, how's it going? So this is the ninja we've been running with. This is Alchemist Sarah. She is a really weird healing, anti-fighting ninja. I'm doing good, Mr. Wester. Frosty, thank you for asking. The thing with this particular build that's a little bit on the... Wait, how come I can't upgrade? Upgrade inspect. Let's, because we need drops of rain. We need 20 drops of rain to be able to upgrade him. That's what's going on. This build here, the ideal is to reduce our smoke down, or our smoke bomb, to where the cooldown is going to be sustainable over and over again. And one thing to show you kind of with how this build works is if we go and clear Happy Holidays, upgrade inspect, go over to abilities, you'll see that the cooldown is 36.9 seconds. So you'll see that your cooldown is actually reflected in this. And the smoke bomb itself lasts for about 5 seconds, so you get 5 ticks of damage. With her perk, you also get 5 ticks of healing. And when we add in the Happy Holidays, boom, you'll notice that what that means, if you look at the inspection here, is roughly 3 times a minute we're going to be able to heal for 15 seconds, which will keep this ninja alive doing some damage. Every time we use our smoke bomb, we're also going to get more hit points. And not only that, but when we use our smoke bomb, it's going to cover a large amount of space, it's going to cost us less, and it's going to completely refill our shields. That's the part that I'm really looking to play with, is this particular aspect of it, because we think this will be the ninja that we will be the happiest with, to be able to jump into the fray with Digrat and to be able to provide support. Of course, we'll be using Adrenaline Rush. What we're basically building here, guys, is a traditional MMO healer. It's the only ability that really heals other people. There are a couple other things that we've been able to do, like drop healing traps. That doesn't really help. Drop cozy campfires, also not really helping the situation. But this is the fun little build that we've been doing here. This is our traditional Jess. Nothing really super different. You guys have seen that today. For those that are curious about the Ice King, this is the Ice King build out that we're using today. There are some flex slots in our Ice King build. Base MD, not really needed. Lofty Architecture, Mega Base, Tough Traps, and Power Modulator are pretty much the necessary ones. And also, you have to have, in my opinion, Frozen Castle. There are some people that swap Power Modulation for Frozen Castle. And I can see the usage for it, but the freeze is super important because it freezes smashers. And that's the main reason why I use this as my main. Freezing smashers, freezing mist monsters that hit your base, keeps them out of your base. This is our farming build, which we were showing off earlier today, guys. And here is, this is the flex slot build. This is a DPS melee tanky constructor right now, which gets 100 of the armor points for that. We're getting some of the ability damage increase and melee weapon damage increase because we're using the leech life. And Monster Mash gives us, of course, leech life there. Bomb Suit for some more armor, because armor is always good. And since we're using Blast from the Past, we're always getting the energy there. Jay, I apologize, man. I don't. I wish I could feasibly remember all 2,000 plus people that have subs to the channel and have been a part of the conversation at some point or another. But unfortunately, I just can't remember that many people. I do well enough to remember the guys I work with and the gals I work with sometimes. But welcome back if you've been here before, which I would suspect you have because you're asking if I remember you. We're about to stop streaming for the day. We're just kind of going over some of our builds. Shadow Lord? Doesn't really sound familiar. Sorry about that, dude. But yeah, trying to remember. I apologize, Jay / Shadow Lord. But yeah, it's used here from past my days playing older games. Like, I used to play a lot of older games about 2 years ago. Like Ark and other stuff, Mario Kart. Yeah, I still do Ark. I do Ark every Sunday morning. We're playing on a vanilla server now with Epic Games content. It's amazing. We've done a lot of Ark. It's just been once a week now for Ark. So you were, if you're talking about like like the old marathon arc sessions and stuff. Yeah, man, that takes me back. That takes me way back. That's back when I did the Quetzal team and all that. First time I played Fortnite, you played with me. Oh wow. That was that Save the World or Battle Royale? Because we played Battle Royale a couple times. But Save the World we played a whole lot. Battle Royale, yeah. Yeah, that wow, Jay, yeah, man, that's like 3 years back. That's like 3 years back. I thank you for popping in saying, hey. Yeah. Always appreciate people coming in and going, hey, how's it going? Sorry I don't remember you, man. I wish I did. I really do. I wish my memory was that amazing. I really do. Because I hate people thinking that they've been forgotten in an intentional method, and it's not that. But alright, well, Turtle Club. The last thing we kind of want to do for farming, right? Because this stream's all... You finally refound my streams. Well, dude, we are currently streaming a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Saturdays we're doing Link's Awakening. Sundays we're doing Ark. Mondays we're doing Pokemon Emerald. Wednesdays we're doing Kingdom Hearts. And Fridays we're doing Fortnite Save the World. And that's going to be the schedule for the foreseeable future for several of those games. You just wanted to watch it every day, man. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. So, Turtle Club, before we cut out, we're just going to show off. This right here is the last way that you can really do some farming, and it doesn't require any of your time. Just an expedition. Pop some people in here. Try to get the materials you really need. And like this one's going to need 15 power, so we're going to pop in a 7. We're going to pop in another 7. And, you know, why not do it 3 7s? Oh, we don't have 3 7s, that's why. So 7, 7, 9. In 4 hours, we'll have some wood. Same thing can be done for brick. We're going to do that for brick. So we need to hit target power 90 or 20. So we're going to just throw in a 9. And we're going to throw in another 9. Because we're about to go to bed. We fire these off. And when we wake up, we have less farming to do. Got you wanting to stream also. Oh, cool, man. You know, streaming is fun. Just to have people to talk to. You know, that was my reason for sticking with streaming, is because I like chatting with people. I like the social aspect of it. This is probably where we'll go for our boat. This is a 16-hour trip. We don't really like that. We would go for that otherwise, but instead we're going to go for the 8-hour. So we get our soldiers back that we're about to send on this boat. We get some survivor experience. That's not too bad. And since we know we are not going to be playing, we're going to... actually, we don't have to throw Swamp Knight at it, just Jonesy. Alright. And helicopter, that's a 16-hour mission. 16 hours. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and throw Kyle at it. We'll throw Swamp Knight at it, because we need to get to 231. And then we'll throw Mer Monster Kin at it, and that will do the mission for us. Actually, 205 is the target. Oh, okay, hold up. Clear Mer Monster Kin. We don't want him on there if we don't need him on there. Change. Click. Accept. There, we'll just start that up. Because having the expeditions out there is always important for farming. But yeah, Jay, man, if you're wanting to stream, by all means, do it. I recommend it. I recommend doing it only after you sit down and try to figure out exactly best case scenario, what do you get out of streaming, and then do worst case scenario, what do you get out of streaming. And as long as you're okay with the worst case scenario, 1000% go with it. Worst case scenario, I spent a little money on a video game console when we first started the channel, right? Which was the Nintendo Switch. Or I already had a gaming computer, because way when I first started, it was just a gaming computer. And so all it was going to cost me was getting a mic, which I used my headset. And so I already had that as well. And so all it really cost me when I boiled it down at first was just my time. Started streaming it. Yeah, it's fun. Well, cool deal, dude. Cool deal. You love talking to chat. Yeah, you know, if you are a social person at all, yeah, talking to chat, talking to people, having conversations. You know, that's the thing that we've been big about on this channel, is having conversations with people. That's just the best way to grow and keep a community. You know, I love the fact that you're here after like a couple years, because it just proves the point, is having that engrossing conversation, talking to people, seeing how their day goes, talking about your own day with them, seeing, you know, what they think about certain games, about what they think about certain play styles, and, you know, not just doing the clickbaity stuff. That's how you get people that come to your channel, get to talk to you, and you get to enjoy conversation. I mean, this stream here is a real good cherry topper for that part of the conversation, is because Bull James popped in, said some things, chilled with us, maybe being part of the Lurk Squad today, along with Shadow. Shadow, of course, the supreme lurker, the head of the Lurk Squad, still with us after all these years. Zmei popped in, said hi, probably doing schoolwork now. Been with us for a long time as well. Frosty popped in. Nathaniel Paul, you know, Rainstorm Z's son, popped in. Yeah, the Supreme Lurker himself lurking right there. You know, big lurks. You know, big lurks. You know, we've had on this channel alone today, 2 hours, we've had 38 playbacks. 38 playbacks. That's a lot. That's a lot. You know, I think part of that's because we're not trying to be famous. That's the goal, right? We're not trying to be famous. We're just trying to enjoy ourselves. We're just trying to have a good time. We're just trying to have a community. And I think from what you're kind of saying there, Jay, you kind of get that a little bit, you know, and that's cool. I like the fact that I think at the end of the day, that's what I get. Worst case scenario. Yeah, you remember them also. Yeah. It's just the way the world works, you know. Once you get that community, once you have that social circle, it can stay with you like that. And I think that's the worst case scenario that I get out of streaming, right? No donations, no sponsors, none of the equipment that we've gotten. Just people that I can talk with, and knowing that I've impacted their day on some level, it just means a lot. But I've rambled a little bit. I've gushed a little bit. Jay, thanks for popping back in, man. Turtle Club, I am going to go to sleep now, because I still go to sleep in the day after all these years. I'm going to have myself a good night. Bull James, Zmei, Shadow, Nathaniel Paul, Michael Wester, also known as Frosty, and Jay. Thank you guys for popping in and hanging out with me. Turtle Club, the lurkers, the Lurk Squad that's there, thank you guys for lurking. You all know who you are. You just joined the Discord. Sweet, man. For those that are, you know, about to go to bed, you have a good night as well. Those that are having breakfast, to have a good morning. If you're about to have lunch, have a good lunch, have a good dinner, have a good whatever you're about to have. Make sure you have a good one. Thanks for watching Turtle Club. Stay safe. Wash your hands. And thanks for watching. Take care, guys.